And the West Tigers to get us underway. Friday night footy on Nine's Wide World of Sports. It's been a huge week in rugby league. And now we're back into the NRL action. Starling steps out of dummy half. Papali'i, short ball, Tuppeny try. The Raiders score first.
How'd you like that, Andrew?
Well, it was too simple, wasn't it?
Luai with a kick.
Remember cleaning your boots and cleaning your laces before you went off to football? Nowadays, they just get a new set of boots. Look out.
Hang on. Here goes Weeks. Weeks is away. He's got Savage looming up, but he goes to Strange on the inside. Strange gets away from Luai. Can he link up with support? He stays alive. Luai comes again. Strange will play it. Which way do they go? Starling. They go to the left. Fogarty to Chris. Chris to flick pass on debut. Yes, Jenny. Jed Stewart scores on debut. Welcome to the NRL, son of Ricky. Now Young to Chris. Said Chris. Flick pass, Strange is away, inside to Starling. Starling kicks for Weeks. And Luai just got his way, they knocked it behind, this will be a try. It'll be a try to Starling. No one forced the ball for the Tigers. Play on and try awarded for the Canberra number 9. Fence holding firm. Now Pollock. Vanua Polly will get to the line, but the Raiders are there to
tackle forward.
Hold him up.
10. Take it out 10.
The black boots of Fogarty. No, he goes high. Oh, look at this.
That's a kick.
What a kick and what a take.
Hey!
Oh, it's a kick from inside his own 20 from Buller.
Hey!
And it's play on here for Canberra. What's going on there? Here's Savage, one of the fastest in the NRL's got it for the Raiders. He dances with them, puts a kick in, and Buller's got it back.
Hey, he'll have a chip kick.
What is going on? What is happening?
Well, it's anything can happen Friday.
Halfway through the set. They're knocking on the door again. Latu Fainu to Luai, kicking for Seyfarth. That'll be the try that the Tigers needed. Alex Seyfarth scores. They're on the board. Game on.
2 and 3 quickly. Look at that. Beautiful touch.
Well, they've done a good job. They kept the Raiders to 16 when it was getting out of control in the first half. Got through to half time. They've had a talk.
Lovely ball from Luai to Dewey inside. Go Alex 12.
They got 2 outside backs outside. He swing passes it to the middle bloke inside.
Now Luai, Seyfarth, Fainu, come on Toa for the corner. Stuff and Toa. Here come the Tigers.
Tiger. Here they come.
Here's Luai, short ball, Fainu. Links up with Dewey. Stays alive. Now May, basketball pass. Gee, Miles like if you don't mind. Fainu running onto it. What a good run that is. Terrell May will play it. Now Luai, Fainu, Buller. That was beautiful. What a great bit of footwork there. The ball hits the line. That's a Tigers try. Is it? No, short. Made to play it. Luai, it's the last short ball. May gets a pass away forward pass. Full time at Campbelltown. The Canberra fans rejoice. Ricky's happy, he's relieved. The Raiders get the win.
Benji, what's your initial thoughts?
Yeah, disappointed. Particularly in the first half, the way we played. But at half-time, we asked for a reaction and wanted to address some things. And I thought we came out and played, again, some good footy and got ourselves a chance back in the game to win it. And looking at our last 2 games, the 4-time premiers, taking them to the wire and almost winning. And then the team that's sitting second on the table, again, giving ourselves a shot today. I know the results are gone the other way, but it's not far off where we want to be.
They had almost twice as many play the balls. Oh, sorry, you had more than twice as many play the balls as they did in the 20-metre zone. So just an inability to convert the.
Yeah, we were impatient a bit in the first half. Probably guilty of trying to score on every play and a bit sideways. But I thought in the second half we played some good footy and gave ourselves a chance. But a lot of their sort of tries were one-on-one missed tackles, long range sort of breaks into scramble defence. So we got a bit to improve on. But again, it's not far off.
Jerome and Bartley really provided a lot of spark, particularly in that second half.
Yeah, well, Jerome, just in itself, the effort to come back, want to play 80 minutes in Perth in State of Origin and probably the hardest arena, comes back and competes on every play for 80 minutes for his team. That's always the captain. But in terms of their combination, I thought Latu, he showed some really good touches in the middle, and then when he went to half, he's used to playing there and had some really classy touches. So we're building Latu's minutes up to hopefully be getting 80 minutes soon, so it's not far away.
And it's just a matter of time until he finds himself back starting in half.
Yep.
Well, just interested in your makeup on the bench tonight. What do you think of games? Obviously, it was a reasonably small bench, obviously, half a hooker and utility, I guess, with Jack Bird.
Yeah. What's the problem?
No, I'm saying it's a problem. It's a different bench to what we see from most teams.
Well, I've got a halfback that's backing up from Origin that you just don't know. We've got a hooker who can play halfback, who can cover that. Latu's been playing in the middle as a lock, ball playing lock, so just to cover all the bases.
Talon didn't get on in the end. What's to think in their bench?
We needed to cover for Uppy as well, if he needed a spell, but the game's in the balance. You want your best players on the field, and if there was opportunity to put Talon on, I would have, but we needed Uppy on the field.
Is he likely to finish up at the club before June 30, or what do you think?
I'm not sure.
You're touching on, you think you're really close, and for all intents and purposes it looks like it is. What is that one missing kind of thing that you need to get over that line?
We've just got to keep believing in what we're doing. Consistency and playing 80 minutes. We're playing 60-odd minutes of good footy. Today I thought we only played 40, but last week we had probably a bit more consistency. Learning how to win, learning the way we're playing to get wins. It's not far away.
Were you surprised that Jerome, I know you were expecting to want to back up, it's a pretty big effort to back up and consider the cross-country travel?
Yeah, definitely. I knew if he was able, he'd want to. But yeah, just to see his grit and the way he came out today and the energy he showed, mate, he's just a competitor. So yeah, not surprised, I guess.
And just at a great bench there, in regards to the attack in the first half, sideways trying to score off every play, or probably relaxed a bit in the second half.
Yeah, I guess so. We just had momentum, went down the field, and like you said, got a bit more direct. But this is pretty much it in the game.
Is ill discipline still an issue, do you think? I think at one stage Gerald Skelton got penalised for pulling Savage's hair.
Yeah. It's an issue.
How do you fix that?
We just got to address it. A couple of weeks in a row we've had some poor discipline, but again, it's not intentional stuff where it's foul play. We just got to stop doing this stuff.
Cool.
Thanks.
Ricky, what's your assessment of that performance?
We won ugly, mate. It was the first half. I thought we played a pretty strong half of footy. We defended quite well. When we got some field position, we capitalised that, turned it into points. Second half, we couldn't get out of our end. They had a lot of footy in that first 20-25 minutes, and they're a good attacking team. Well, I thought defensively we did a good job on them tonight. They're pretty potent when they got the football, and especially with the amount of ball they had.
They had 35 play the balls in your 20 metres, which is, I think, almost twice you guys had 18. Just talk to the goal line defence and the scramble to keep them out.
Yeah, there's a lot of hunger and care in those efforts, and it's something we build our game off, and we've probably done at times there with the footy trying to get out of our end of the field, but you've got to also understand there's a lot of fatigue goes into that. When you're looking at what you should be doing with the football after you do so much defence, you've got to understand there's a lot of duress and fatigue that the boys are under too. So I'm pretty realistic in those areas, and having the ability to defend it the way they did makes you proud.
Great to see him score a try, but the play a few minutes beforehand down the other end where he's held up, what seemed to be a certain try.
Yeah.
That's a 12-point play. That's massive.
And also the strip, the team momentum in the second half. I mean, that's, I don't mean to embarrass Joe, but that's what I've been saying for the last 2 years. I think he's the best front runner in the game. And those types of efforts are a lot of athleticism in those efforts, and there's a lot of Joe's leading so well, and he's got the players right on his back. He's got the players, and usually when you've got a leader and a captain the way he is, when the players are right jumping on his back and following him, it's lovely to see. And as I say, he's a humble bloke and doesn't want this type of credit, but that's what's happening. And when I put him back on out there in the second half, I could see the mood change again.
Joe, talk us through that strip. It's look for a mate like Jerome's arm was literally going to the ground as you managed to rip it back up.
Yeah, I was just like Stick said, just try my best to try to stop it. That's all. Nothing special. I was just trying to stop a try, and it's all the little efforts that the boys put in, and we talk about it. Stick talks about it all week. All those little efforts that we've been working on all through the year, and we're still building. I think our process and our culture at training has improved so much this year, and both staff and players are in that push as well.
Ricky, I know you'll be proud of all, and it must have been a really proud moment for you when Jed went over.
Yeah, it was. It was a. It's just. I said it on Channel 9 interview earlier. I appreciate how the players all support him, and there's a lot of pressure on him tonight, and those little things, those little scenarios give you a little bit of confidence, and it's the only way you get better is by playing games, and I think he should be happy with his performance for his first game.
Is it a bit of a surreal moment for you, Max? Like, you've been doing this for a long time, but you've never had your son go over in the corner while you're coaching a first grade game, you know what I mean?
This week's been the hardest week I've had since I've coached, because, from a father's point of view, you just, I don't want him to come out and be man of the match. I just want him to hold his own, and that's all I wanted, and he did that. And, the amount of times I've been waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning with some real bad thoughts. I didn't get any of those tonight, so it was good.
Ricky, when he did go over, was there a moment where the father overtook the coach a little bit?
Yeah. But we had a game to win too. I had to be the coach, and I'll enjoy a beer with him tonight and enjoy his first game. But I had to coach the team, and again, our senior players are a massive support to me. When I talked to Club 82 boys led by Joe, they wanted nothing else but put Jed in there, and that gave me confidence to select him. And there's no way I'd throw Jed in there if I didn't have the support of my players. Personally, I knew he was ready, but I still needed to make sure I had confidence from the boys.
Joe, was it important for you to try to put Ricky's mind at ease and let him know we want him to play, we think he's ready for it?
Yeah, definitely. I talked to Stick, I let him know. I talked to the 82 boys, our leadership group, and the reason he got chosen for the Vegas trip was because he was the next best man up. Once Salvia went down, the next best man's up. So I actually gave him the phone call. I talked to Stick, and I gave Jeddy the phone call, and I think I was more nervous for him. Because you're letting someone know that they're accomplishing their dream that they've worked so hard for, and I sat in the car for about 10 minutes before trying to figure out what I want to say to him. But it's unreal. I know he won't let us down, and he made some unreal moments out there. The tap back for the 40-20, some tough carries to try, and the little stuff that people don't notice. So really proud of him, and Stick should be too.
Ricky, did he make the call because you couldn't?
No. Joe was the one who told me, and Hudson said to me, it's like for like, mate, he's got to be picked. And when Joe rang me and told me, I said, well, you call him and tell him, mate. it's easy to make those phone calls. They're the nice phone calls to make. You know, I hate having to ring people or talk to people and tell them they're not in the team. But I thought it was nice for Joe to be able to tell him, and I think it's even more special for Jed to hear it from Joe.
Just on Hudson Young, obviously, played Origin in Perth 2 days ago, travelled across the country yesterday. I was playing in the middle as well. Like, were you always planning to play him? And
No.
He just demanded it?
Yeah, I seen him this morning, and we went over to the gym here this morning, and I just said, mate, I'm going to start you on the bench, and I want you to bring the energy on around the 25-minute mark. And he said, I'm physically right to go. He said, mentally and physically I'm sweet. But he said, I said, well, I'll still put you on the bench, mate. I think it's best for us because we've practiced with the other boys, with Simi and Hosco. He said, okay, no worries. He said, well, I just don't want to change anything. And when he said that, I thought, oh, nor do I. So I thought, okay. And then I said to Taps and Pup, because I was, I didn't know if I was going to start red after a 5-hour plane trip yesterday, and that's where we've grown to. I say, okay, well, Papa, grab Joe and Morgan, red, and you come back and tell me who's playing, who's starting. I said to Hudson, go and grab Simi and talk to Hosco. You tell me who's starting, and that's the confidence I got in the boys I got. And, it's actually, from a coaching point of view, it's a massive help.
You sleep a bit better tonight, Ricky?
Huh?
Will you sleep a bit better tonight?
Yeah, I will. Thanks. Thanks, Taps.